How y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're about to do some premiere drafting in Duskmourn, House of Horror, the set that just came out today. This is, in fact, day one draft. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/DickRecord. Link in the description where you can catch streaming video games, leathercraft, and other assorted nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, pack one, pick one. What are we getting? Valgavoth? Oh, that's so good. And Enduring Vitality? Oh my god. Alright, so if we slam this onto the table somehow, you win. If a card you don't control you put into a opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it. During your turn, you may play cards exiled with Valgavoth. Oh my god, that seems so good. And then this thing turns all of your creatures into mana dorks? This is really hard. So this is only good if you're going to be straight up Reanimator. High risk, high reward, right? I don't think you ever cast this. But if you're in Reanimator, this is fantastic. Whereas Enduring Vitality is very much a, this can be in any green deck. That said, I played against some really good Reanimator decks which told me that essentially if you can draft Reanimator, like get cards like Emerge from the Cocoon and other cards to put these cards into your graveyard, Valgavoth is really, really good, like ridiculously good. So I'm going to take the Valgavoth here and we're going to have some fun. Yeah. All right, so Sheltered by Ghosts is definitely in the Reanimator deck. It is a lifelink and ward 2 and +1/+0, so it's a creature buff. It's also an Oblivion Ring effect. There's also a Wicker Folk Thresher. I'm gonna take the Sheltered. I'm definitely gonna take the Sheltered by Ghosts. This is so much text and so much power creep on like one card. It's not just Oblivion Ring. It's sure if they remove your creature, you get blown. It also protects your creature by giving it ward 2. After the fact, after it resolves. Painter Studio is also pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. It can get you card draw, and it can get you +1/+0 to all attacking creatures. So that's like an not an anthem, more like a half trumpet blast. Maybe it's like a kazoo blast. We're gonna take the Sheltered by Ghosts. I don't care. Valgavoth. We want to reanimate this. We want to get into our graveyard. We want to reanimate this. Definitely taking the Sheltered. Very good card. Otherwise, my... Oh, Shroud Stomper, you say? Is that a good reanimation target? It is, isn't it? We will also be looking at Spectral Snatcher and Shepherding Spirits. Cracked Skull I don't think is good enough, but Shroud Stomper. Each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, draw a card. So it's just a really tall thing, isn't it? You can barely see it in the art. It's just tall. Ugh. Like you're just staring up at its butt. I'm taking it. Oh god, it looks like it's suctioning those people into its limbs. And then it drains your opponent for 2 when it ETBs and draws you a card. Yeah, we definitely take that. And out of this pack, I wouldn't mind a Snatcher or a Shepherding Spirits, because we do want to hit our land drops, right? But we definitely take the Shroud Stomper so that we don't send any signals about like black-white being open. There's a Twins, which I think is okay in this deck. There's also a Fear of Infinity, which I'm not big on right now. It seems fine. It's a 2/2 life-linking flyer. It just can't block. It keeps coming back, but it can't block. I think we would rather have the Twins because it can help us put our big things in the graveyard, right? And it's a 4-drop. We want to get some smaller creatures too. Like we can't just go like I just want big things. No. We're gonna have to get smaller things too. Like I'm not saying like we just get big beefers and somehow we get them back into the yard or into the game. It's just like no. We have to play a control game that eventually gets these huge things out. I'd take the Unsettling Twins though. That's just great value for the money. Savior of the Small. Turn target creature, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That doesn't seem so bad. What is this? Creates a Glimmer and then puts tokens on your creatures. Innocuous Rat's also not bad. Sacrifice. I think we're going to take the Savior. It's tapped. Return target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. There's also a Possessed Goat, which actually seems pretty good to help you get rid of one of these cards. And so therefore, that's why I'm taking the Possessed Goat over the other card. I'm sorry, Savior of the Small. Yeah, we turn this into a black demon. It doesn't get flying, does it? 3/1/1 counters. It's a 4/4 demon. Yeah, but we discard a card, and that's important because if we have these big cards in our hand, we don't want them in our hand. We want them in the graveyard, which is why we want cards like Possessed Goat at the bottom of the curve. Grievous Wound. We're in black. I could see us taking that. We're going to want things also that manifest dread, but I'm going to take this because this seems neato. I don't know. We're going to have some fun, guys. All right, that's all. Fear of Lost Teeth ends up being much better in the Grievous Wound deck. So does Shroud Stomper. We're going to take the Grievous Wound. Malevolent Chandelier also might be good in this deck. Not as a reanimation target, just as like a top end in case we need to cast anything spell. There's a Shepherding Spirits, which I think is fine. It's a 2 or it's a 6. We don't really want it to be a 6. We'd rather it be a 2. We just want to hit our land drops. There's a little Fear of Lost Teeth, but I think we would rather have the Shepherding Spirits here. Oh, okay. Because again, we're really trying to hit our land drops. Now, we also very much want to trade with creatures early in the game, right? We just want to play creatures and basically keep the board clear, like with most games of Limited, right? Keeping the board clear is usually a fine tactic. All right, so let's see. Cult Healer. Cult Healer gains lifelink. Resurrected Cultist. This is a fine 4-drop, or sorry, 3-drop. That if you have Delirium becomes a 4-drop. I'm actually a big fan of this card. I don't know if anybody else likes it or if it's just me, because it comes back with a finality counter. Sure. I guess it's a 4/1 that it's a 3-drop that doesn't really do anything on an ETB. But I think that having early place is just fine, right? Neglected Manor is probably very good here. When it dies, each player draws a card. This might actually be a Friendly Teddy deck. I think that Friendly Teddy is probably best in the what's it called deck though? The red-white deck, because it's a 2-drop. It's a 2-power creature. It draws both players a card, but since the red-white deck is just churning through cards quickly, you want to replace your cards, if that makes sense. Fear of the Dark. We can play that. I don't know if we want to. It's not the best reanimation target, but it is an okay 5-drop. There's a Shepherding Spirits, and there's an attack in the box. When it attacks, you may have it get before +0. If you do, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Sure. I'm going to take the Bedhead Beastie, simply because if we end up in red somehow, it's probably a good swerve away from the Fear of the Dark, because the Fear of the Dark is just like, oh, like that where, oh god, we're taking another Marina, because nobody wants it. It's not a playable card. Oh, Jolly Balloon Man. Osseous Stick Twister. Exercise. We want to look for the reanimation cards here. I think we take Jolly Balloon Man, though. Flying in Haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of next end step. Activate only as a sorcerer. I think we could take that over... Well, there's also an Exercise, which is good removal, and we might want to take that, too. What do we have here that's, like, really good with Jolly Balloon Man? I guess nothing? Never mind. Let's take the Exercise. Whoops. The Osseous Stick Twister is also very good, but it's very specifically good in the Delirium deck, which is black-green. But if you can get this to work, it drains your opponent for 2 every turn. I think we need the removal, which is why I'm going to take that. Final Vengeance is also a pretty good removal spell in this deck because you sacrifice something small like your Stick Twister or your Fear of Surveillance to put in the yard and also exile one of their creatures, right? It's better in the black-red sacrifice deck, though. There's an Emerge. We're going to take that. We need more Emerge effects, right? There's a 1-drop that there's an Ethereal Armor. There's a 1-drop that there's also a Gremlin Tamer. I don't think we're in that. She looks like she's dressed up like Nico. Maybe they're from the same no. What plane is Nico from? This character's clothing looks very reminiscent of Nico's. We're gonna take the Emerge. We need this effect in droves. We want more than one of this type of effect. We probably want like 3 or 4 of it. But yeah, I think we take that here. Friendly Ghost is not where we want to be. Glimmerlight might be okay. Ethereal Armor, but we want like smaller creatures. We want like 2s and 3s because we need to be on the board too. We need to make the game go long enough. So I'm gonna take but I'm gonna take the Emerge from the Cocoon. There's a Seeker. That seems okay. Jump Scare. Innocuous Rat. Innocuous Rat might be better in this deck than Glimmer Seeker because we're not really doing survival things. Although Glimmer Seeker is just like good in general, right? Maybe just better than the Innocuous Rat, but we could use some 2s. We only have like 2 2s, and one of them is they're both removal spells. You know what? We'll take the Glimmer Seeker. Fuck it. Let's see. Hardened Escort, no. Mirth, no. There's an Innocuous Rat. We can definitely take that here. Exercise seems pretty good. What's this? Create a 1/1 Glimmer. When you unlock this door, put 2 1/1 counters on 2 creatures. I do want the Exercise. I do want the Exercise. Just like a fair removal spell. Is your creature large? Goodbye. You know? Right? I don't know how to feel about it being sorcery speed, but it does exile, right? And it can exile enchantments, just straight up. So sometimes you don't want them to have like that particular enchantment or artifact creature. It's just gone. It doesn't matter if it's a 2/2, right? Sheltered by Ghost, also just very good. A lot of our 2-drops are removal, and I think that that's fine. Waiting on our next pack, which is here. Leyline of Hope. Nope. Sporogenic Infection. That doesn't seem good. They sacrifice a creature? Is that better than Given to Violence? Maybe that is. And this... no, I think we take the Sporogenic Infection because it's a 2. There's another Shroud Stomper. Again, we want things... We want to be able to resurrect these things or what's it, reanimate these things. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I want everyone to know that we're this deck. Now I need cards like Emerge from the Cocoon. There's a 1-drop reanimation creature that we would like. God, there's another one of those. Cult Healer is a 3-drop. There's another Innocuous Rat. Marina Vendrell's Grimoire. This card just is useless. It's basically, how can I die faster? I don't like cards like that. There's a Cult Healer. I think we take the Rat. Just to have a 2, essentially. Now, I'm going to take the Cornfield in case we end up with an off-color green spell. Right. Now, if we... or a green bomb. Like, if I could get a Rip again. Right. Friendly Ghost, no. I guess Friendly Ghost is probably better than Telephone. Look top 5, you may reveal a creature card with power 2 or less. Or Friendly Ghost, which is +2. Maybe this is fine. Just to have something in there. Jump Scare or another Innocuous Rat. I think it's the Innocuous Rat. And I do realize that by casting this many Innocuous Rats, we do run the risk of accidentally, you know, turning our Emerge from the Cocoon into a manifest token or a card in the graveyard. That's fine. We just need more cards like Emerge from the Cocoon, or there's a 1-mana Cultist that you could sacrifice for 4 to get something back from your graveyard. We do want that. We were looking for cards like that. Disturbing Mirth. Pele Mate. I'm just going to take the Mirth, but we're not going to play it. Malevolent Chandelier is playable. I don't know if we're playing it. And we're definitely in Swamps. Lionheart Glimmer. Whenever you attack creatures you control, get +1/+1. We're looking for cards that go, hey, this come back. Let's see. Given to Violence. I think we take the Murder here. She's a non-land card. I don't like Cracked Skull. When an enchanted creature is dealt damage, destroy it. I guess Cracked Skull ends up being much better when you have this many Innocuous Rats. Right? I'm going to take the Murder straight up. Because I think that we could just use the removal spells, especially early on in the game. I don't like that it's double black, but what are you going to do? Bloop. Ethereal Armor again, Hardened Escort, Winter's Intervention, Seize from Slumber. I think we take the Intervention here. Just a nice 2-mana, kill that, gain 2 life, right? Seize from Slumber is instant speed, destroy target creature, but it can cost 5, and that's the issue that I have with that. So I think Winter's Intervention. It's not Savor, right? But I think it's close. It's close, but it's not Savor. We'll take the Winter's Intervention. It's also just like always 2. Withering Torment, destroy target creature. But there's another Emerge. I think we have to take the Emerge. As much as I'd like the Withering Torment, I think we got to take the Emerge. And there's another Winter's Intervention as well. There's a Shroud Stomper, Cackle Slasher. Let's see, Given to Violence. That creature died this turn. I think we could take another Shroud Stomper, right? I think we have enough of those. But at the same time, you never know. Cracked Skull, Fear of Immobility, Etched Cornfield, Glimmerlight, Tale of Tamiyo. I actually think I do take the Cracked Skull here. Because we have so many Innocuous Rats and cards like it, that it ends up feeling like a nice, somewhat okay removal spell. I don't know if we're going to play Grievous Wound anymore. I feel like that's actually bad here, especially in the 5-drop slot. So we're going to cut that. Attack in the Box might also be, like, not worth playing. This might just be, like, all bad. We have only 2 Emerges, which is a shame. And we didn't get any of the 4-drop that goes, oh, each player discards a card. I will take this because it's a 2-drop. Fear of the Dark, what is this? Is tap put a flying counter on it. So it becomes a 2/2 flyer. Yeah, we need the 2-drop, so I'm going to take that. Curse Recording, there's a Bear Trap. We don't need more removal. Fear of the Dark, we already have one of those, and I don't even think we're playing it. Well, I think we are. I don't know. It really depends on like what we're doing, right? We're going to take the Cheerleader, though. Stick Twisters here. There's also a Cracked Skull. I think we can take the Stick Twister. It's just a nice 2-drop with a lifelink. And if we can get the Delirium thing to go, even better, right? Because it's a drain. It's 2 to them. Fear of the Dark, Given to Violence. We can take another Shepherding Spirits. Not thrilled, but we'll take it. There's nothing in here for us. We're not taking the Given to Violence. So I will take another Marina Vendrell's Grimoire. Wow, we just keep drafting those. Maybe we do need the Friendly Teddy in this deck. Because we just want to churn through our deck. Right? Each player draws a card, or... Yeah, I think that this is just better. I think that this is just way better. Cracked Skull. I don't think we want Cracked Skull number 2. That said, I will take it. Didn't get as many reanimation effects as I would have liked. So I think cutting down to 2 Shroud Stompers is probably correct here. I do think we cut the Malevolent Chandelier. And to look at our creature count, we have 18 creatures, so we do have some work to do. I'll take the Get Out, and I'll take the Island. Island? Is not land. Is not land. And add 17 lands. We definitely have to play the 17 lands, right? Okay, so let's look at it this way. If we pull it off, cool. If we pull it off, cool. We have only 1 card like Possessed Goat, unfortunately. There's usually a 4-drop that goes, each player discards a card. If you discarded a card, draw a card. And that's the kind of card that you sort of want. I don't want Friendly Ghost per se, but it's one of our 4s. I think we just want to make sure we hit our land drops so that in the event that we have to cast our big creatures, we can just cast them. So there's that. The Innocuous Rats are fine. Glimmer Seeker is okay. Cultist is okay. Attack in the Box. We do need the artifact creature thing there, so I guess that's fine too. These 2 being artifact creatures is fine. This is a nightmare enchantment creature, so I think that that's fine too. Oh, we have a Sporogenic Infection and a Cracked Skull. Sacrifice a creature other than the enchanted creature. Okay. This is actually hard. I think we cut the Friendly Ghost. I just don't like it enough. I think we cut... God. Alright, so... Murder, 2 Exercises, and a Sheltered, and Winter's Intervention. Those are removal spells. These 2 occupy the same place, and I kind of don't like the thought of them. So sacrifice a creature other than the enchanted creature. There's a lot of tokens with the Glimmers and the Gremlins. So maybe that's not good enough. Or maybe Cracked Skull isn't good enough. I'm gonna cut the Cracked Skull. I have 42 cards left. Let's see. Alright. Alright, how many creatures do we have? 17. Technically the emerges are creatures, but alright, I'm gonna cut the fear. No, I think we need the enchantments, right? It's our only enchantment creature. I think we keep the fear. Never mind. Maybe we cut an innocuous rat? No. I don't think that's it. I guess Sheltered by Ghost is also an enchantment, but we don't want that to go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. You know, we'll cut the Murder because it's that much harder to cast because of the double black here. And we'll run it with 41 cards. I think this would have been better if I had like one of the black swamp cyclers as well as one of the plain cyclers, but I think that this is okay. Alrighty, here's our first opponent with hopefully reanimating Valgavoth. Valgavoth! I'm trying to play a more control-y game. Okay, interact. Keep this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, Valgavoth looks like you're in our hand. I'll play the rat. What do you do? Oh, God, I hate this thing. Deals combat. They lose half their life rounded up. Oh, God, cool. Okay. And then when it dies, if it had no counters on it, return it to the battlefield tapped with 2 stun counters. Okay. No attacks right now, in turn. I'm hoping to, yeah. Pass, block. Let the damage happen. Manifest Dread. Manifest this as a 2/2. An enchantment in the yard. Kill that. Lose half your life rounded up. Jesus Christ, what a stupid thing. Okay, so I didn't draw a land, did I? Okay. Sure. Because they did that, I'm going to play the Glimmer Seeker. Sure. Nowhere to run. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Alright. So I guess my attack in the box would have been better for... God, I wish we hit a land last turn. Okay, you too, I guess. Possessed Goat's perfect here. Let me hit them. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And then, I think we just play the Cultist. Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay. That'll happen. Unsettling Twins. God damn it. Again, we're both missing like land drops, which kind of sucks. I want to play the Possessed Goat while I'm able to activate it. I'm not going to attack with that because they'll just like block it with the fear. Trapped in the Screen. Sure. Block like this. This is just me constantly trading with that thing, and that's annoying, right? Alrighty. Let's see. Let's just get on the board. That's 2 lands in the yard, right? Let me see my graveyard. 1, 2, yep. Done. Alright, that's an acrobatic cheerleader. Okay. They have access to removal. I think what I do here is I play this Possessed Goat. Next. No attacks, end turn. I think we want to activate the Possessed Goat to pitch the Valgavoth and hit our land drops. Bloop. Okay. Emerge from the cocoon. Valgavoth. Doing it. Doing it. Like, our opponent's also on the black-white deck, but they're not bringing a Valgavoth in immediately, so... I'm keeping this back because it has to block the slasher. Now, Valgavoth very specifically says, hey, I have ward, sacrifice 3 permanents. Although, I guess they're nowhere to run, kind of, Yeah. And we exile those. Ooh, okay. Yeah, because of that. Sure. Alright. Okay. Damn, alright. So they had that, and they were going to live or die. They were going to, what's it called? Reanimate? Okay, so I'll block this, because I'm not keen on losing 12 life from a single slap. Yep. Unstoppable slasher. What an annoying creature. What a legitimately annoying creature. Alright, so we're going to play the Fear of the Dark. As much as it probably would have made sense to just play the Resurrected Cultist. Sure. It's not tapped, so they have to pay the full 5. Oh, I don't have that. Okay. We have to play the Cheerleader. Can I just exile that? Please let me exile that. Creature I control. Okay. Get rid of that. Please have nothing. I would like a black source to bring back the Resurrected Cultist. If they could bounce nowhere to run, that would be, like, pretty good. Ah, balls. Okay. Okay, alright. I guess we're gonna be taking fucking 12, rather. Next. End turn. This fucking Unstoppable Slasher, I swear to God. What a stupid card. Yeah, I take 13. I take 13. Cool. And then they cast theirs. Resolve. Yeah, I think that they got us. Because I can't block that. Yeah, good game. Yeah, concede. Oh, that felt bad. That felt bad. It felt bad to see our Valgavoth die so quickly, especially because they had nowhere to run out, right? Which turns off all the hexproof and ward abilities, which prevented them from needing to sacrifice anything to kill my Valgavoth. Leave match. I wish we had one of those, by the way. That would have been nice. But especially like a turn 5 Valgavoth. Woo! Or not even 5, sorry. Like maybe 7. We were both stumbling on mana. But then they just they resolved their Cloud Stomper, whatever the fudge that thing was. God damn. And it's like, cool. You get a card and you drain me for 2.
This seems like an even match now.
Okay. That seems fine. We're going first. I get to play the Cheerleader, which might be okay. Play the Cheerleader. We definitely want to like get in with it. So if they don't play a 2-drop, it's really good for us. Okay. That's our other Cloud Stomper. Two Cloud Stompers in the hand is bad for us. Sure. Sure. Okay, play this. Next. Hit them with that. Play this. If we just hit land drops, we can conceivably... Never mind. Opponent just had nothing. Sure, I'll take that. I will take that. That didn't feel like a game. It just felt like... It felt like we got to be aggressive. Sure.
1-1 going into round 2?
Round 3. 1-1 going into round 3. Well, like... it didn't feel like our opponent got to do anything that last match. Here's our next opponent. With, hopefully reanimating Valgavoth. Valgavoth. Stupid name. Alright. We got a 2, we got a 2, and we got a 3. We got 3 mana. We got a Fear of the Dark. Just want to keep hitting our land drops, I guess. And they got a Patchwork Bast, which we can just exile if we really feel the need to. I don't think we have to. That's a problem. They surveil too. I think you just dump the next 2 cards into the graveyard unless you really want them. Okay. Let's see. Target player sacrifices a creature other than the enchanted creature. Seems good here. I want this Brood Spinner to be gone. Target a player. That's 3 cards in the yard. Another Brood Spinner. Okay. They could actually attack with the Patchwork Beastie here. If they... Never mind. Just play this. Mill a card. When it's dealt damage, destroy it, so... Yep. Would like a land. Would like to either double spell or just play the Unsettling Twins. Okay. They played a Flesh Burrower. I'm gonna Manifest Dread. Play that as a 2/2. Haha. No attacks right now. Sure. Oh, that's an enchantment. Okay. I don't think they really get to attack with that, though, because I just block with the attack in the box. Sure. Target creature you control gains death touch until end of turn. Actually, wait, hold on. Look like this. I'd rather trade. I don't want them to have that on the board. Okay. Then we can exercise that. I'll play this. And if I attack with this, I get to sacrifice it, and then... Shit, go for it. What attacker? Have it gain +4/+0, take action. I want to sacrifice it because that puts it in the yard, and then that allows us to have full delirium so that Osseous Dick Twister does the thing. Oh, that's so good for me. Keep... Yeah, please. Please. Oh. That's the smart thing. The smart thing is to just take it, unfortunately. Doesn't this go off? It's the beginning of my end. Oh, do the... I don't get to stack these triggers, I guess. Alright, never mind.
That was unfortunate for me. That was unfortunate for me.
How many 1/1s do they get? Oof, that's a lot. Okay. Sure. No blocks here. Is there anything that I want out of my graveyard? No, right? Yeah, okay, so... we're gonna send in this guy. Sure. It's fine. Fear the dark. They have no glimmers, so... And we get to drain them for 2? This blocks the Patchwork Beastie pretty well. Sure. They went down 2 of those things. They can mill a card. House Cartographer's not bad. Under the Skin. Return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It might be pretty good, right? Like, they get the Brood Spinner back? Yeah, because then if they get the Brood Spinner back... Okay. Then they could sacrifice it again next turn. I don't think they attack with everything here. Or even the flyers. Alright. Not too worried about that. We'll play this. I don't want to emerge anything from any cocoons yet, so I'm going to... Actually, I think we just send in the Fear, right? It gains... They have no glimmers, so it gains Menace and Death Touch. So if they want to double block it, they can. They could put these 2 in front of it, and then they both die. The Patchwork Beastie, yeah, that's fine. And I guess this does allow me to... This does allow me to, like, emerge from the cocoon it. And maybe that's the correct thing to do. Here. We'll play the Resurrected Cultist. And we'll, I guess, drain? I guess depending on what we draw next turn determines as to whether or not I just resurrect my Fear of the Dark. They're big think on this one. They're like, I don't know if I want to take 2. Like, here's the thing. The Brood Spinner here gets to become 6 creatures in a moment. Seems good, actually. So I think the correct thing to do with that is actually to wait until I attack, but sure. Okay. Sure. Alright. Well, a creature there is not great. I think we just send in these 2 to make them go down on resources. Yep. Sure. It's great for me, actually. Because it changes the clock significantly. And I still get to drain them for 2. So if they want to, like, sacrifice a creature, they can. Or if they want to discard something, they can. Or I drain them for 2. There we go. Manifest Dread. Okay. We have to assume that that's a big creature under there. Sure. We have to assume. I would assume. Okay. Sure. It could be the 7/6 Trampler. Oh, they're just trading. Okay. They got the Bashful Beastie, or Beastie. It's fine. We're gonna end turn here. Drain. Now, the math might not be in my favor, but it certainly is cards. Yeah, okay. Alright, so they're going down on one of those. I definitely block this face down card with this Innocuous Rat and hope that it's not a one of those massive land cycling 7/6s with trample. Opponent is also down to like 9 cards left in their library. Not for nothing. Manifest Dread. Sure. Glimmer Seeker. Into play. Turn that face up. Can I just cast this? I can just cast this. Alright, so next. If they have that flash creature, I don't want to attack into it. Create a Glimmer. Shroud Stomper. 5/5 Death Touch, drain 2. Draw a card. Oh, there's the Valgavoth. We have 6, 7? Okay, so they discard a land. Alright. You definitely have to attack with every... Really? Okay. Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay. Winter's Intervention's great here. We can drain one of these out. I think we just send this in and maybe this? Let's do that. Oh, it's when it enters or attacks. Oh my god. I didn't realize that. That's legitimately stupid. Haha, yeah. To damage. It's a 3/4. Their hand is empty. I think the correct thing to do is to kill the Glimmer. Yeah. Make a Glimmer. Play a land, say go, and turn. We're so close to just casting the, If they choose, they could, like, you know, not sacrifice one of those things, or they could sack and just die, right? They don't have anything to discard. But yeah. Okay, there's the Branch Stomper. Sure. I think that that's pretty good here. All right, so I think we send this in, and it drains them, and they're dead. Never mind. That's it. Just GG, right? Yeah. And we could have played Valgavoth. We hit our 9th land. That would have been a definite scoop. I'm surprised that they didn't scoop right then and there. We just attack. Wow, those Cloud Stompers are stupid. It's like, oh, it's a 5/5 with Death Touch, so it definitely kills something. Okay, all right. We're seeing. All right, that's pretty good. So my misinterpretation of that card is that it only happens when it enters the battlefield, not when it attacks. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Oh boy. That's a mulligan. This is better. Let's put this in the bottom. Okay, we have 2 rats and we have an Emerge. Cynical Loner. And there's the Valgavoth that I did not want to draw. I'll definitely block the Loner, so... Hand that fades. Figured they wouldn't attack there. Oof, pardon me, no attacks here. Would like a land for the twins. Okay. Very aggressive there. Sure. No? Alright. Possessed Goat's bad for me. Would have liked the land. No attacks. Would love a land. Would absolutely, and some white lands even. No blocks, I don't care. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah! Alright. Sure. That's not what we want in our hand. No attacks. Because this is a very aggressive board state that they have, right? And I don't want them to, like, just get to keep it. Sure. When that dies, they manifest Dread. They can activate this again. And it's instant speed, so this becomes a 4/3. So there's no way that I block this. per se. So this is like the board state breaker here. Unless I really want to like fill my yard. Because they get activated again at instant speed. No blocks here. And there's no reason for them not to. I think we have to maintain this very, very... Oh, okay. So we still lose one anyway. Winter's Intervention. And this can enter as a face-down creature. Oh, thank God. Okay, so... I'm going to play the goat, and then I'm going to pitch the Valgavoth to it. No attacks, end turn. Now we can double block this Sawblade Skin Ripper. But I do want to... kind of want them to use some removal here. Emerge from the Cocoon is basically like, we get to do this now. Shroud Stomper is like, I think, better in this board state. It's more castable though, but no, not better rather. It's better to pitch this to then reanimate it, but I think it's better to okay. I think we're better off getting the 9-drop here. Block like that. Block like that. They can sacrifice 1, 2, 3 creatures. If they sacrifice 3 things to this, that taps them out, and they still trade. So that's fine. And let's block like this, just in case that thing ends up being something stupid, like a 6/5 with ward. Sure. That's sacrifice one more thing just to get the yeah. It was a liver die. Okay. Not bad. Merge. Valgavoth. Oh boy. No attacks. I don't think we block with Valgavoth ever. There might be a death touch trick, and there certainly is a death touch trick in black, so we never block with Valgavoth. I'll just double block with the innocuous rats and steal their creature. Yeah, that seems good, right? That seems good. Also, we're up to 5 lands, so if we hit 2 more, we can probably cast the Shroud Stomper. They can't kill our Valgavoth without playing another permanent. I guess it's 3 permanents, right? So they could sacrifice lands. Non-land, never mind. Non-land permanents. They have to play another creature. Then they have to... Yeah, okay. I think here's where we actually plane cycle this and then play the unsettling twins. But we'll hit them first with Valg for 9. Gain 9. Cycle this away. Get a planes. Play the planes. Play the twins. Manifest that. And we're up to 6 mana. We can just cycle this and get that out. Waltz of Rage. Okay. How many lands are in our deck now? Norin, okay. There's 3 more planes left. Alright. That was weird that they chose to Waltz of Rage with my... What did they use? Like, wait a minute. It's like, did that go to the yard? No, I get to use it now. So I could just, like, Waltz of Rage, kill their board, Target creature control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. So I can gain like 45 life by casting Waltz of Rage for 5 life. So I gain 40 life. Attack for 9. Cast Hand That Feeds. Cast Fear of the Dark. Cast Snorin. Cast everything. Yeah, that was just like GG. That was a GG a while ago. All right, leave match. Wow, Valkavoth is stupid. Valkavoth is dumb. Why would they print something so stupid? 3 and 1. So this is what we got to do. We got to do stupid things in this format. It is a slower format than Bloomborough, from what I understand. Not saying much. Here's our next opponent. We're 3 and 1. That beginning was like kind of rough too, but luckily we got there. We got a sheltered. We got an attack in the box. We got a mulligan that. What is this? That's another mulligan. This is a 5-card hand. Sure. Actually, I'll keep this. We can Plane Cycle, which means that we bottom the Shroud Stomper and the Swamp. God. Because at least this way we have a chance of just like emerging the spirits, right? Okay. All right, I like this. We drew a 2-drop. What a terrible set of mulligans. Probably should have even kept the first one. We can exercise. No, we can't. Plane Cycle this. Get this. Play the planes. And no attacks. Alright, so they're in red-green. I do block here. Bonk. Do they have, like, a weird combat trick here? Because that's weird. I think that would be weird to waste it here. Okay. Sure. Manifesting. Cool. View battlefield. We have a creature and a creature. Done. So let's view browser and... put that there. Oh, God. It's unfortunate that we can't just cast the spell off the manifest. Like, I think disguise cards allowed you to do that. Play another artifact creature that I don't like. I have 2 of these exercises. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on. What are you waiting for? We started two cards down. Like, this feels really bad. Like, it doesn't... And we're going first, too. This already got their, got their value in, so... Let's just exile this. Bong. I mean, I guess I could have blocked that, right? What is this? It's just a spirit. Okay. Coordinated clobbering. Okay. Twins. Twinsies. 2/2. Put this as a face down 2/2. There's the perfect. We need a land now. That's it. That's our win condition. We need a land. I probably should have even put that. Choose a creature to take 5. There we go. It's in the graveyard now. Perfect. That was really good. Sure. Oh, is this like combat trick time? Where they just drop a bunch of like combat tricks. Okay. Grasping Longneck. Why didn't they play that pre-combat? Alright, so I could exercise that. I think we play defensively here. No attacks. We can block this with this, block this with this, and that's fine. This doesn't have trample. We just need 1 land, and we can cast Emerge from the Cocoon. Oh, perfect. Okay. Block like that, block like that. Please no weird combat trick. I mean, if they have the first strike trick, that does suck. If they have turn inside out, that is okay. Yeah, I think you just want to, like, trade here, right? Yep, it deals 2 damage to any target. Cool, and they gain 2. Okay, cool. And they get a manifest creature. It's a 5/5? Yeah. Perfect. Valgavoth, I need you. Gain some life. Your turn. And we don't block. We just start swinging. They can't kill it unless they make me sacrifice something somehow. But that's not a red-green mechanic. So we just start swinging and we don't care. We don't care about this thing. That's our win condition right there. It's a 5/7. First strike. That's it. Even if they have a fight spell in their colors, they have to sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. They can't target my Valgavoth. So, like, while interesting... don't care. Sure. While interesting, Overgrown Zealot. There's mana dorks in this? Okay. We'll play this. I think I can do both, right? Oh, and then I exiled with Valgavoth. I can't exile that, though. We could exile this, though. Do they have hexproof at instant speed, or is that not in the format? Gain 9? There we go. Sure. Turn inside out. Yeah, I get to cast your Overgrown Zealot, and I drew another land, which is not great, but allows us to, if we top deck any of those really tall lads, which I think I put one on the bottom of my library, the Cloud Stompers. We just play it? Yeah, leave match. Alright, here's our next opponent. And this is keepable. Wow! An okay hand. It's a little aggressive, but sure. And there's a Possessed Goat, so we can pitch our Shroud Stomper. Growing Dread, okay. Does this manifest? Yes, it does. Alright. I think next time we can Possessed Goat and Innocuous Rat. Looks like opponent's green-blue, which means we have to be careful about counter magique. I will attack directly into their face-down card. And if they attack, I will not block it. Haha! But I do think we, actually, I think we friendly Teddy. I'm sending this in, baby. Yeah, you want to block? You want to block? Oh, Fear of Imposters. Okay. Well, I'm going to play the Possessed Goat. And they have nothing in their hand, so... play the Innocuous Rat, actually. Oh, 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 oh! They had a pause for a second there. Would like a land. Would like lands now. To damage. And let's play the Teddy. Because I don't have lands. Enduring Curiosity. Okay. Probably thought that we had something. What is this? Oh, this is the one that draws them cards. No blocks! Haha! That's bad for me. That is bad for me. Okay. We're probably going to lose this one. Enduring Curiosity is very good. Bashful Beastie. Sure. God damn it. Okay. I'm actually just gonna flip this, pitching my Valgavoth. And we're not going to attack here. We have some good trades here. I could trade the goat for the beastie and the rat and the teddy for the curiosity. We each draw a card, which is not ideal here because our opponent's very much ahead of us on cards, but I need to keep the board clear. Now, if they have any amount of instant speed interaction, that's bad for me, but what are you going to do? Okay. Like, that makes sense, giving it trample, right? But also, that's very bad for me. Done. God. We're gonna manifest this. Draw a card. Sure. Sure. Draws them a lot of cards. It's like, okay, I get it. It's a lot of stuff you got going there. Am I at 13 or less life? I am. Okay. And then we play this. Next turn we can emerge. We can emerge, but also, and this is very important to mention, oh god. They're just gonna draw a bunch of cards here. This is not good for me. I need them to tap out now. No blocks. Because this thing has trample, this flies. Right? So, like, we're taking that damage no matter what. And they're drawing 2 cards no matter what. The only good thing is that they're gonna have to discard cards? No. No, they're not. They're gonna make their land drops. That's so happy for them. So happy for them. Okay. Manifest Dread. Yep, go super wide. Now the Vel'Gavoth isn't even good, by the way. Yeah, and they have... this is the only thing I could do right now. It's cast this to get Vel'Gavoth back. If they counter it, I'm just dead. Yeah. Good game. They were a little bit too ahead of me. Concede. And, this curiosity thing getting out of nowhere. Like, oh, okay, you're gonna just draw a bunch of cards. I see. And then this being a 3/4 flyer is also like really good, right? These growing dreads. I guess they were playing the Manifest deck, and it worked really, really well to the point where wow, they even had a Cryptid Inspector too. Yeah, their deck's just great. Leaf Match. Yeah, they were too fast for us too. Like, not for nothing, we need to hit our land drops, right? We have 17 lands in the deck. We have, you know, now that we're looking at it, we have 17 lands in the deck. What is the worst card here? It might be Fear of the Dark. Make it 40 cards. All right. 17 lands, 40 cards. Here's our, we're going, what, 4 and 2? Yeah, I think 4 and 2. 4 and 2. This could be our last opponent. But, we did pretty well with this Vel'Gavoth deck. Vel'Gavoth is silly. Like, imagine resolving Vel'Gavoth. We just need to draw cards. It's fine. Alright, so I guess we turn to Teddy? Yeah, we'll Teddy here. This allows us to turn 3 Rat? Yeah, because I just want to push damage in. Sporogenic Infection's not great when they don't have anything good. And I think I'll just play this. No attacks. Now, if they play another creature, we can Sporogenic Infection. And that'd be fun. Oh, hello. So I play this, I force them to sacrifice the Cult Healer, and then we attack with everything. Decline. And they can trade with something? Yep. But their creature just kind of dies. I guess they could still kill my friendly Teddy, which is like not the best. Alright. We should draw a card here. Okay. Black Source, and Innocuous Rat. Hey, Summer. I wanted to play something large. Plane Cycling. Okay, well that's not large. Glassworks. Wow, rude. 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 Okay. What does this do? Oh, we don't have that. Okay, so do I have a sorcery in the yard? If I exile this now, it's not worth it. I don't think this does enough. Like, it already got its value. End turn. If I exile something with this dissection tool's perfect. Exile the artifact. I'm just going to start sending them in. Yep. Because I want to get these manifest tokens going. Or manifest things going. Right? And play this. Because we do want to just keep also hitting lands. Opponent's hand is like full. Fear of immobility. Sure. I'll trade. Land is not great. You cancel. Cancel. Actually, no attacks. I'd rather have a blocker. Play that. In case we top deck Valgavoth, we could just cast it soon enough. Right. Opponent's hand is like full of cards. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Savior of the Small. Okay. Sure. Block like this. Don't take the 4. Manifest. Osseous Stick Twister. Manifest this. Aww. Rest in peace, buddy. Okay. What can we emerge here? Nothing good, right? So, yeah, next. No attacks, end turn. I think we have to block that thing. Friendly Ghost. Ah, shit. Okay. Yep, so they get whatever they want back. I will trade with this. Sure. It gets back something small. Okay. Hand that feeds. Rude. Okay. Not wonderful. What do we have in the yard that's like big? Nothing is big in the yard. Ah, come on. All right, so if I emerge, then I can Sheltered by Ghost take their Friendly Ghost, or maybe we take the Savior. Actually, no, I think we have to take the Friendly Ghost. I'm not happy about this, but bring out the Friendly Ghost. Target this. Take that. Again, not thrilled. Tunnel of Hate. Okay. Sure. Okay. Oh. No blocks. I forget that thing does the thing. Okay. God. Alright. Okay. Their Boros deck was pretty good so far. Glimmer Seeker. Decline. Game 3. Because we're not blocking. I can block this with the Glimmer Seeker. Granted, they will probably just give that double strike. But I think that's fine. Yeah. Oh, that's got Menace. Fuck me. Okay. Okay, I had to block. Cult Healer. Okay. Gains lifelink, sure. I don't know what gets me out of this then. Maybe it's the Possessed Goat. Okay. That's not great here. We cast it. There we go, no attacks here. What is that? Overlord of the Mistmoors. 2 attacking creatures with flying, right? They're attacking? Oh no, they're not attacking. This has double strike, so we block like that, we block this, and then I die? Oh, I don't die. That's dead. That blocks that. We gain 3. Sure. They have the Jolly Balloon Man, that's right. And another Emerge from the Cocoon, but it's not good here because there's nothing good to get. Alright. You can get the Innocuous Rat, but good game. Yeah. Dude. Ah! It's because we didn't... we just didn't hit our big beefs, our big hits, right? That's a shame. We wanted to. We just didn't. We just never saw one, which is a shame. But that'll happen. How's the deck look? I think the deck looks fine. I think that was just like the one of variance issue, right? We had another Shroud Stomper too, which I could have put in the deck, but I don't know if that's better than like gaining a ground presence so that we don't die to other things, right? Because yeah, we had another Shroud Stomper, right? We did. We took the we took a 3rd Shroud Stomper. Wow, those are wild. We still definitely needed the goat. Like top decking the goat there was just bad. It was just bad luck. I think the deck worked pretty well. I think that being able to emerge from the cocoon and just reanimating Valgavoth is just like, oh yeah, here's a 9/9. You can't remove it unless you sacrifice 3 permanents. Good luck. You know, like it's just dumb. And then like every time your opponent casts a spell, you exile it and then you get to cast it by paying life, but Valgavoth gains you 9 life a turn. So if their creatures die, you can cast their creatures. Silly card. I think the deck was pretty good. I do think it was pretty good. Yeah. If you enjoyed that, by the way, hit that thumbs up button. Maybe come over to twitch.tv/dickrecord. But more importantly, have a good evening, folks. I'll catch you all next time. Same bad time, same bad channel. And we did get our entry fee back. So yeah, have a good evening, folks.